The second core loyalty principle is responsibility. First, we have to have empathy for how our customers are feeling. Then we've got to take responsibility to help them reach their goals. Responsible people take personal ownership for helping others succeed. Now, earlier, I showed this video. This is an example of not taking responsibility for a simple request. Frustrating for the customer, but even more frustrating for the employee. How often do the people on your team say, "I don't have a button for that," or "I'm sorry, I can't help you with what you felt was a simple request"? TD Bank, well known for their customer service in America, has this policy. It takes one to say yes, two to say no. In other words, it's always okay to say yes to a customer, but if you're thinking you need to say no, please check with your manager first. We love how TD Bank entrusts their people to say yes to customers whenever possible. There are two practices for showing responsibility, for taking responsibility for our customers. The first is discovering the real job to be done. Now, what do I mean by real job to be done? Harvard Business School professor Clayton Christensen writes that people hire products and services to do a specific job for them. Let's take an example. A man walks into a hardware store. "I'm looking for a wrench." "Well, they're right over in aisle 14. That's not taking responsibility. Instead, "Follow me. Why are you looking for a wrench? What's going on?" "Well, I've got this old fence in my backyard, and there's these rusty bolts I've got to take out so I can get rid of the fence." "Oh, sir, do the bolts look like any of these?" "Yeah, they look like those hexagonal ones right there. I got to get those nuts." "Ah." To grip the rusty edges of those nuts to remove those bolts so you can get rid of your fence, you're going to need a box wrench. This set should do the trick. You see, that's taking responsibility for the real job. It's not selling the guy a wrench, it's helping him get rid of his fence. The second practice of responsible people is we follow up. If you see that customer in the store a couple weeks later, "How did the fence project go?" "It went great, thank you." Now, sometimes when we follow up with customers and we ask, "Was there anything that we could have done better?" we learn about problems. And this is an excellent opportunity to earn fierce customer loyalty. Marriott asked two groups of hotel guests how likely they were to come back to Marriott in the future. The first group had no problem during their stay, and 89% said, "Well, I'm coming back to Marriott in the future." The second group had a problem. Marriott followed up, learned about the problem, and fixed it. 94% of these guests said they would come back to Marriott in the future. So you see, following up and learning about problems is an excellent opportunity to take responsibility and build loyalty. Horst Schulze, the longtime leader of the Ritz-Carlton chain, he told all of his employees, "We are ladies and gentlemen serving ladies and gentlemen." This guy cracked the code to employee empowerment. He told everybody on the Ritz-Carlton team, no matter what your job is, you're responsible for the guest experience. So if you're filling up the water glasses on a table and you overhear the guest complaining about her bathtub drain, you own that problem. You tell her, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm going to call the engineer. I'm going to get it fixed." Horst Schulze told everybody on his front line, you have up to $2,000 at your discretion to do what's needed to make it right for the customer. Great for earning customer loyalty, even better for earning fierce employee loyalty.